Oh my god. I put Friday night, not cruise. Jesus. Yeah. Let me see. Be right there, just working something out. Let's see. All right. Sorry about that. Typo in the title. Sitting here trying to figure out how to fix it. Have no clue how to fix it. Um, don't really have a laptop with me, so I'm sure I could do it in a browser somewhere. But you guys are gonna have to live with the typo. How's everybody doing?
It's gonna be for a Toyota Santa. It's 4557 Foxtrot Delta Alpha Tango, and instructing a driver. Okay, so 4422. 4422. Show me on 906 for 4420. Good night. Yes, I'll send you. 2245, 4320. 4320, good night. 06. Have a good night.
4132.
4132.
Show me 5009 and show me a route to the 17 you have hold.
Okay, so from 132, I'll turn around to the 17. I know that's 233. 0
All right. Let's do this.
It's 4102. 4106 is fine. Alright, show me 06. Good.
Alright, here we go. Alright. Welcome everybody. We weren't gonna do a live tonight. But we were driving around having a coffee and figured let's go for a drive.
34. Is that Northwest 126? Northwest 126.
Let's go for a drive and see what's going on out there. And let's talk about what happened this week in Miami. Anybody did anybody catch the incident at the Icon 475 Brickell this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning? Hold on. Let's see, what do we got here? Police responding with lights and sirens to 5553 Northwest 13th Ave for a reported assault. Latin male in a white shirt and black pants is reportedly beating a black female. Gray Altima seen parked in front of something. Don't know what's going on there. Let's see. So did anybody catch the? Are you seeing any text there? I'm not seeing any showing up on the screen.
El Marino. Hi there.
Yeah, I don't see it here. Hi there. Oh, there it goes. Not 4 in the morning. I did listen to it later. Yeah, that was pretty. That was pretty bad. I don't know if you guys heard it, but it was Channel 7. It was Channel 7 at about 4 a.m. So it would have been C shift. So it'd been the one that started at midnight. And sometime around 4, I want to say 4:10 or 4:15, there was a call to the Icon building, 475 Brickell. And it was a pretty frantic call. The police showed up. There was somebody. The call came in as somebody hanging off the balcony, or getting off the balcony, and then ultimately walking on the ledge of the building. I think it was on the 41st floor, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was pretty terrible. It was pretty terrible. But yeah, it kind of got me to thinking, that there's a lot of stuff that happens in that building. There's a lot of heinous stuff that happens in that building, I'm not even sure I can discuss. Well, maybe I can. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But a couple of weeks ago, somebody made their way into that building. Somebody dressed nice. Look, and by all accounts, after the fact, was pretty affluent. No criminal record or anything like that, and was walking around the building. Kind of like, aloof. He tailgated somebody into the building. First of all, he didn't belong there. Can you look up that story? I think it's if you go to I'm gonna look up the story now. I kind of want to get the facts right. But basically, the story is this: some dude walks into this tailgate somebody. It's 475, 475. No, if you look at the history, it's 475 Brickell Ave, where the Icon building is. It's a complex, it's like I believe it's like 475, 485, and 495, the three buildings that are there. So anyway, this guy walks into the Icon building, makes his way in there, is acting all weird. He's carrying around like a fire extinguisher at one point, and he's like walking aimlessly up and down the aisles, and he happens to make his way into this person's room. He walks in there, and then what can I say? Like, do I have to say like unalives? I see everybody says that. Look, I don't know what I can say or not, but he unalives somebody with a 17-year-old that was sleeping in bed with a knife. It was, without getting too graphic, very gruesome. And the guy walks out of there, goes down the elevator, and walks out the front of the building. All bloodied, and covered in blood basically. And everybody saw this happen. The guy walked out the front of the building, and he walks around the corner to one of the other buildings on the complex, and goes to the top of the building or somewhere high up in the building, and then jumps off of it. The police have no motive. They have no idea who these two people were. I mean, sorry, the two people, the victim and the perpetrator, did not know each other. Not that they don't have any idea who they were. They know their names. I'm looking them up now. I don't remember their names.
I don't know if we should put their names on. We should say their names.
Well, I mean, it's public. It's a Miami Herald article. It's out there. Their names are out there already. It's part of the public domain. So anyway, these people didn't know each other. They had no prior ties to each other. And yeah, that's just, I mean, that just sounds crazy to me. I don't know about you guys, but that is weird. And then there's another one where I believe it's the same building, the 475 address, where a mother threw her 5-year-old off the building and then jumped off after. I mean, just heinous things. Back in
It just says the 2025 murder, on the other hand, elicited a very public response. Residents packed a meeting to demand answers from Icon Brickell management and the police. Many were outraged that an outsider could piggyback into the elevator and roam freely. In the aftermath, management pledged to review security protocols, and indeed Miami police increased patrols in the Brickell area. The horrific nature of the crime, a teenager killed in his sleep, also spurred legal action. I don't want to say his name, but they filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the condo association. But I can't find anything about the guy.
Well, the Pharrell.
That's the name of the kid.
Of the victim, yeah. And then the other guy, I think if you go further down, there's a link. And I typed the link. Keep going. So that happened. We're still getting some information on that, just to kind of get some more details. But
this one?
No. Let me see. I bet you could search the name, 17-year-old Pharrell Icon, and just do a search. and pull it up. And then back in there was a recent drug overdose there. I want to say this is like a couple days ago. And back in 2023, there was somebody found hanging from one of the balconies, like hanging. Some YouTube influencer or social media influencer, I don't know if it was YouTube, but like, you know, I think it was IG, jumped off the building or fell off the building, but the coroner later ruled it a suicide. Look, there's more. I just can't remember all of them, but you get what I'm saying. And it just so happens that that building, right, is literally the complex that they built when they found the Miami Circle. Look, I'm not like I'm not like a, you know, paranormal, you know, investigator, whatever, blah blah. You know, I don't even know if I believe in any of that stuff. But there's the Miami Circle's right there, and you know, I remember when they found that back in 1998, 98 or 99. I think it was the end of 1998. And it was a big deal, you know, and they kind of, the developer had to change the way that they, you know, that they had to change the design of the building because they had to, you know, preserve that area where the circle is and the whole thing. So, out of curiosity, I started looking into this, and it turns out that nothing happened in that building when they preserved that area, you know, and they were constructing the building. They got the permit to finally do it in 1999, and then they finished construction in 2008 without incident. There were no major accidents or anything that happened, you know, and they built the park kind of to the south of it, and the circles to the north, and, you know, the property's kind of in between, nestled in between the park and, you know, and the Miami Circle, and, you know, it's Brickell Ave on this side, and then the river kind of to its north, and then the water, you know, there's that little body of water in there that's still kind of like that little fallout right before the mouth of the Miami River. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. Well, it turns out that nothing happened in that place for the entire time that it was there until February of 2023. And everything that's happened in that building has been from February of 23 up until this morning. A couple days ago, a couple weeks ago.
Something happened this afternoon? No? Oh no, but
well, that was yeah, no. That was further down Brickell. But there's another story about that one as well. So as it turns out, nothing happened in that building. There was no, let's just say that no tragedy had befallen the Icon until, you know, until February of 2023. And it just so happens that in February of 2023, across the street, across Brickell Avenue to the west, they broke ground at 444 Brickell. And that is where they found the remains of, you know, 2,000-year-old Tequesta or Tequesta, however you pronounce it, Indians. I don't know, man. I don't know. We're gonna look into it, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna do some research.
there too?
Seventeen. They're about to drop the 315 right west of those. South 17 at 2301. 4203.
4203, just so I'm monitoring.
At 2301. The unit track 23, you're flying on a fire too.
Oh, what about the lady that fell off the bridge?
4123 reference.
That bridge is right there. That's the bridge.
4220.
Yeah.
4123.
5762 reference.
5762.
What is going to be for a black male, no shirt, mohawk, blue jeans. It would, up the street, maybe like 2 and 12, around that area. Victim got run for his both eyes at gunpoint. And,
10 blocks that way.
and with a knife as well.
Let's go check this one out. Somebody's got a knife. There's a bolo out for some. I don't know if they said northeast or northwest. Did anybody catch that?
Oh, you have a bunch of time today? Did you know you're going to use Requester 315, Northwest 2011? Bolo for
Northwest.
For a black male with a mohawk, no shirt, blue jeans, last in the area, Northwest 2 and 12. Coffee armed with a firearm and a knife. So they go on 29 for a blue bag at 2302, and if you carry your crack, one for land on fire.
What is he doing? We have real-time monitoring.
Not in real time.
So, we're monitoring.
Count on the 2303. And 5762, are you ready to get around the out?
Rescue on scene.
At 2303.
2422.
4422 Bravo.
Okay, placement on 13 Charlie at the number 170 Southeast 3rd Avenue. And then can you show me 09 and placement on 19 here on the Boulevard and 8?
Here's the 1913 Charlie.
And the number 170 Southeast 3rd Avenue.
That's it. Just on the GPS reference 19 Boulevard and West.
The 19 is going to be on the Boulevard and 8. Reference Florida tag of Mike X-Ray Golf Lima 22. Sure, you have the info.
How can it be to find somebody with a mohawk?
Yes, 4220.
Let me show me at Northwest 2 and 11. Do we have any shot spotters in regards to this?
I'll double check right now.
So stabbing?
Yeah, 4235. Do we
Fire.
have real-time monitoring?
Yes, sir. Real-time monitoring.
Can I have real-time kill swap, please?
I'm in real-time to kill spot.
He was armed. I don't think it was a stabbing. I think it was just a.
To the next generator. 4431.
It was a robbery. Somebody armed with a firearm and also with a knife.
That's 2305.
4283.
That's 4233.
Yes, mommy. You can show me an F34 and what do you have?
Yes, so you already have a unit of 15 with you?
4234.
That's 2305. I'm at 41.
I'm going to be proposed at Northwest 1st Court and Northwest Home Street.
Yes, so that's 2305. 4136.
Let's go this way.
4136.
The ferry responded to the time dial 1321 Northwest 26th Street, 1321 Northwest 26th Street. Complainant was driving on open line, possible carjacking. He takes has been verified. He takes this via mapping. Complainant possible 56 at 2306 4136.
19 to 1.
4135, so you 15 on 919. I've given a clearance 15 with the unit 4135.
Kill.
At 2306.
4331.
4331.
US 101, raising robbery.
At 2306.
5432.
5432.
Hey, reference that call, I didn't catch. Was there a bullet freckle?
Yes, yes. So the bullet for now is going to be for a black male with a mohawk, wearing no shirt, blue jeans, last in the area of Northwest 2 and 12, unknown time delay, tripping off with a firearm and a knife. He's 29 the vehicle for a book bag. And 2306.
Yes, so reference that call, I advised of earlier, you know, 7, security and security.
Yes, yes. I'm going to 2307.
4123.
4123.
Miami, show me following fire rescue to JMH.
Yes, 2307.
4325.
4325.
Yourself, your sir ID.
Yes, sir. Yes, sorry.
5119.
519.
106.
I see.
Thank you, really.
I see. Huh?
I could be hiding anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy could be anywhere.
4333, you clear the 15 on a 17 night. 4333.
Miami, sure, I'm en route to the JMH to give the documents to one of the people that got transport. And then you can clear.
Yes, sir. So you're on to JMH.
$42.20.
4220.
Mommy, can we have a unit go over canvas or see if we got any potential witness over there in the area of 2, Northwest 2 and 12? Have a unit respond over there, see if they can see any witnesses or if there's some type of video over there.
Yes, sir.
What is the 2 miles hours?
That's 2332.
22.
22, yes, sir.
Can we go that way or no? Yeah, I guess we can.
40.
2220.
The unit that's following fire rescue, let me get a C-shift unit to replace him. He's going to meet up with fire rescue at GMH. I have a C-shift unit relieve that officer.
Alright, so
Yes, sir.
is this the same call? Was the person stabbed actually?
I think so, yeah.
4372.
Huh. There's fire rescue. There's fire rescue and the unit following fire rescue.
4372.
Somebody's not answering the radio.
4372, University Avenue 45344.
She was came Miami.
I'm sure you saw this on Northwest 2 and 12 camera scene with 4322 for possible witnesses. Tequesta.
Miami, I should be on the 10th of Friday.
Yes, yes. So you can try service for the past hour. I'm going to on the 10. Tequesta.
Okay, sir.
That's 2311. 4324, you would have 1015 on that 17, 4324.
Yourself from Boulevard.
Yes, so I'll show you going by camera Northwest 2 and 12 for possible witnesses. Tequesta.
It's overtime.
Yourself.
4134. Go on, people here.
Yeah.
This is where it happened.
Be sure to be here on the 17 on 2136.
Well, one block in, I think. I think we're on.
Yeah, for the 2312.
Not the second.
Yeah, I know, but I think we're on 11. I think it's one block that way.
Oh, I have it blocked.
Yeah.
6997.
1906.
That's 2312.
Marine 34.
4034.
Channel 3.
I mean, can you have RTC Tucson?
I'm going to real time to kill line.
Rotown Tucson.
That's 2312. 2312.
5762.
5162.
1906. Have a good day.
Shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like on the 2336.
So he was shot.
4536.
Wow.
4536. Okay.
4536. That's your responding to JMH to release the V-ship unit. Reference to a mill shot at 2313. 4536.
It's a one way there, but you can.
Yeah. No, besides, they got it blocked off.
I figured to you.
Yeah, they got this taped off, blocked off. No way to get in here.
25 Bravo. Take off Charlie. 25 Bravo. Charlie Golf Charlie.
It's a one-way, right?
Reference to the tag 25 Bravo Charlie Golf Charlie. It shows here you on the white 2016 Honda 4-door. Expired 11/13/25. Tequesta.
Just in the QT for that one?
100 Northwest 11th Street, an apartment 206.
And the registered owner?
Registered owner's on the floor. Last name is Oscar Charlie Echo Juliet Oscar.
Okay, QSL, thank you.
2314. 2934. Verify again. 2934. 2934. Reference a robbery with the victim with the GSW. Can you have the unit that's at the hospital with the victim kiss line? 4123.
Yeah, so I guess it was a robbery, and the guy shot him. Dude with the mohawk.
4123.
Excuse me?
Kiss line.
We can't really get any closer though.
2315.
Not that there's much to look at.
21 Papa. 19 stereo.
Carrier, just asking for MPA to come back. They said they were gonna handle it.
Yeah, but I'm on 2315.
6930.
6930.
Good evening, 0946. 28398.
Yes, sir. Good evening. 09-10-746.
1211 until 1000 hours.
All right, well,
Yeah, 1211 until 1000.
sounds like a robbery. Mail shot. Mail was transported to JMH, and the suspect is a
hospital.
Man, I don't remember what the description was, but all I remember is he has a mohawk.
10-0-15.
He was armed with a gun and a knife. They got the area taped off over there.
4434, you got unit 5984. 4434.
4424.
4434.
So as I was saying earlier, this weird thing with that building over there, it just got me like interested. I think we're gonna study that a little bit more. Did we drop? Is it still alive? Yeah. Oh yeah, still alive.
We just took a problem. I'm around to the JMH, correct?
Yes, no, 4123.
Sure, sir. Organ 2. Then you dispatch rescue to TGK for a female. She told the nurse that she ingested bleach.
You wanna go take a walk over there?
And she's feeling bad.
The circle?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you meant over there. I was like, no.
No, the circle. We'll park somewhere there. See if there's any parking there on the road. We'll go for a walk.
ERBK 4.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
4530. T-shirt wagon, here's one.
How many water left? Yeah. Oh, there goes that.
HSL.
4131 go now.
Excuse me, ma'am. You should be arriving relieving the unit on 215.
Yeah, okay.
What is this place? It's always packed.
4235 Bravo.
So youngins.
4235 Bravo.
1340. 125 Northwest.
Yeah, that looks uncomfortable, dude. Does she look comfortable?
Not at all.
Okay.
194.
Not good. That's where pata sucia comes from.
What's that?
Yeah, because you can't.
Because you take out, you gotta.
You can't deal walking anymore with the heels, so you take off your heels and you're just walking barefoot.
Yeah.
4123. Wagon 2.
You guys where the wagon's carried to the female that you rescue?
By the Sally Port.
Yes, on that?
By the Sally Port.
By the Sally Port. We're walking here outside to the Sally Port.
Where's Sally Port?
Where they so like at the prison, at the jail, where they drive in the cars and then transport and then.
It's called a Sally Port.
Yeah, it's called the Sally Port. It's where they hand over the prisoner from the custody of the police to the custody of the jail. It's like a secure area, you know. I don't know why it's called a sally port. Anybody know why it's called a sally port?
194.
4194.
All right, number 24. Show me 43 on the next.
Oh, no, on the rest 43. 23. 21. Thank you.
4456.
44. 56.
109. Rest report. 43 down the left.
I had to have gone that way. That's alright, we'll go this way. I want to kind of drive in from the A Street side, from the Brickell side anyway.
4372.
We had a unit ready with the front end, 2 and 5.
I'll switch it to
Yes, I'm doing unit taking over
switch to
front desk
south
to
here.
KS5. Yes, I'm the unit reviewing the front desk to KS5.
I do middle 2.
Yes, I'm at 2322. Between the Newark Administration on Miami and then.
I'll probably come over for 3 minutes. $21.30.
Okay.
Did they put in the ID request for the 32F on channel 3?
Not on the board.
Is there a club in there? Can't see the name.
Oh, Blackbird. That's Blackbird. Right here in front of this is where that fight went down. In fact, the guy got shot right here to the right.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of this bar?
Yeah.
They came out of this bar?
5637.
Where was that fight with like 20 people? Wasn't that around
That
here
was
too?
that was on South Miami Avenue. It was on the steps.
57.
On the steps of that
Mary
Mary Brickell Village area.
Just game.
You can show me here with 7555 on South Miami Avenue, still at 9th Street. You're literally right there in front of the.
765.
Just okay.
Recall home, yeah, 15. 197.
Sure, so thank you.
Sure, until 34.
Drive up South Miami and then come back over here, or you want to go over there? Over there?
Music ongoing issue. 7637.
Alright, let's go take a look.
Sure, so thank you. You can show us video this as well.
2634.
7634.
Just game.
Do we have anything on the call here?
I want to call them for what? They're on 234 level 1 Brickell.
Okay, so this is what.
There's so much humidity outside.
742 welcome.
Just game.
19 will report home citation.
That's all.
Yeah, that song stuck in my head now. So we're gonna go.
Where did you park?
There's this little area right in front of the Miami Circle. It's like a little roundabout or like a cul-de-sac.
Drive it there?
Yeah. I mean, as far as I can remember, you're allowed to park there. It's like street parking. You gotta pay, I think. But if not, we'll find somewhere else to park. We're gonna go walk. We're gonna go walk. We're gonna go for a walk on that Miami Circle area. We're gonna take you guys with us. There's parking at the church. You know what though? Dude, don't we lose signal every time we drive over that bridge?
Yeah.
Is that weird?
That is weird.
So if I'm not mistaken.
Isn't it back there?
Yeah. It's down there.
No, yeah, I know, but the property where our friend lived wasn't here. It was there.
Yeah, it was on the other
Across.
side. On the other
Okay.
side. Yeah, that's right. That's right. But this one here. Well, you see the cranes still back there?
Yeah, well, this one.
Thanks, buddy. You think that maybe I can?
016. Survey 46 on 9 on Miami 9, 0030.
Caribbean.
449. IBM is 42449.
So if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that you can park here along this area. No stopping or standing, totally though. I guess you really can't park here. So why are all these people parked here? Huh. No parking anytime. Looks like we're gonna go have to find somewhere else to park. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see. Let me go this way.
15. What's the signal vehicle? 14, yeah, I'm on report.
Where do you think we should park? You think we can park at the church?
I don't think so. I think you need a card to get in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seven 637 on your driver.
10-01.
Teleport from the two Latin words sire to jump and portus door. Jump door. Yeah, but what is it?
2127.
Just go.
You know me, like, you call your body?
Uh-huh.
There's parking. Huh? Maybe we could start. We can park over there, and because this is the other property. $20. No. Yeah. No. Wow, dude. I would have thought it was this expensive to park here. We're not gonna find parking. Dude, what a difference. I remember, I mean, definitely prior to them finding the circle there, you could drive here, park anywhere, and go fishing over there, you know? Nobody would say anything. Be there all night. Yeah. I mean, if we could find street parking. Is that one right there?
Is that a parking space?
Oh no. Oh, is it? Oh no. Commercial loading zone, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. No parking, commercial loading zone, 30-minute max, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Yeah, I think that's a parking space. I think we just got lucky. Monday through Saturday, towaway zone. Otherwise, you pay. Okay. Let's see.
You can show me going forward to you.
That's right? 30-minute max, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. We're good. All right. 6. Hold on a second. All right. Let's go. Everybody hear me okay? We're going for a walk. That's what's happening. We're walking to the Miami Circle. We were talking about that earlier. That's the bridge. Yeah, that call really got me. And just listening to it, you know, you could, and the tension was palpable. It was just, it was bad. Ooh. So we're headed to the Miami Circle. These cranes over here. Hold on, let me get this. This is the property across the street. That's 444 Brickell. And I don't know if you can make them out just in the background there against the sky. But those are the cranes that are constructing that building in the adjacent space there. The same property. So anyway, is the wind cut? Is the mic cutting the wind okay? It's got a little thing on it that's supposed to cut the wind, but I don't know if it's working properly. You guys hear the wind there in the background, or is it okay? Really windy out here. So this is the Mari Mad says, Viejo, I hope you have some sage or agua florida for when you leave the area. We don't. How you doing, Mari Mad? Everything good? One of the OGs. So this building is where that call happened at 4 o'clock this morning. And right here in this tower, on the 41st floor up there, is where this is where this lady jumped from. I mean, look, if you guys got the story, if anybody has the story, you could type it out on screen. I don't know the details exactly, but I'm sure that you guys can search and find it, and give us the details here. But this is the area, and that's the loading dock over there. That's where they found her. And if you pan just this way, this is where the Miami Circle is. We're gonna go for a walk around this. Anyway, that building across the street over there, where I was showing the cranes earlier. You see those cranes back there? That building is 444 Brickell, and that's where they found the remains. This looked like some type of ritual area, but you can easily, make the leap that, it's not a very long walk from there to behind us. Maybe, I don't know, maybe several hundred yards. Let's see. Not sure if CIT made it in time. Yeah. Yeah, Tequesta land. This is it. See if I can put some light on that.
Trustees and staff of History Miami.
This has evolved over the years. They had to put this railing up. I guess people were walking all over it and kind of destroying it. And then they put this like hedge here. Yeah, the balcony was close to the loading dock, yeah. That's where we just walked by right now. I used to come fishing here when I was younger. If I'm not mistaken, these These stones are the ones that they found here. Is that right?
I have no idea. That was probably the lime stone when they were
When they
digging
were
out
excavating?
the yeah.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that some of this was here. Like this stuff may be new, but this stuff over here may be older. Like this path here, you can just tell the difference between the way that that looks and the way that this looks, but I'm not sure. No, you know what? Not really. I don't know if I'm just not in tune with stuff like that, or I don't really, you know, it's just looks like a park to me, I don't really feel anything. But then I'm a cynic. You could easily imagine how if this area here was, some type of like an area where they, venerated where they maybe somebody would lie in wait. I mean, I don't know what they did or what their rituals were, but you can imagine that this area here was some type of an area where they performed, a ritual, and then just walked over there and buried their dead over there. It's not that far of a walk along the river bank, and put you there, and I mean it's maybe a 2-3 minute walk at the most. You want to take a walk down there, or? Yeah. I kind of want to see the. Hold on, I want to see this. There was something over here. Where is it? It's not here anymore. Yeah, that's gone. Let's take a walk down here. You guys got a good signal over there? Any choppiness or anything like that? Because when we go over that bridge there, we tend to drop our signal. That's the bridge. That's the bridge that the lady fell off of, or down from, or when the bridge was open a couple of weeks ago. Five by 5. Let's see what this says. Wow, they don't really take care of this very much, huh?
This plot of land at the mouth of the Miami River, a historic discovery shed new light on one of Florida's first ecosystems, Tequesta. I can't see anything.
Let's see if we can. Can't really read this.
During the demolition of the Brickell Point apartments in 1998, archaeologists uncovered prehistoric artifacts and dense deposit of black soil, animal bones, and shells. Salvage excavations revealed an unusual feature consisting of holes and basins carved into the shallow Miami Lytic limestone bedrock in a circular pattern 38 feet in diameter. Archaeologists suggest this feature, dubbed the Miami Circle, represents a foundation of a prehistoric structure made by the Tequesta Indians. Artifacts and carbon dating indicate that people lived here around 2,000 years ago.
2,000 years ago. Artifacts and carbon dating. And then they have it in Spanish. And of course somebody wrote over it. Because, nothing is sacred apparently. What do we got over here?
Spanish, and then you got a Indian.
Yeah. Hey, Miami PD 4FL, how you doing, man? We're taking a walk over here at the Miami Circle. Save our Stonehenge, yeah. What happened?
Is that can we get a copyright thing?
Oh, because of the music? I don't think so. Yeah, we're probably gonna get hit with a copyright. That's the irony of this whole thing. So what does it say here? Let me here long enough to maybe read this later. See if I can light this up a little bit. So anyway, the point of being here today is because it kind of dawned on me that there's this icon building has had, you know, more than its fair share of heinous stuff that happens here, you know. And for those of you just tuning in, you know, just kind of real quick recap. A lot of really horrible stuff happens here. You know, suicide and unaliving. Yeah, tragedy galore, definitely. Overdoses and people jumping off, and falling off, and found hung up there, you know, hanging off of a balcony, you know. And then, ironically, this has all happened in like a 2-year period. This building, you know, I think they broke ground in 1998 or 1999 or sometime after that, and they finished it. Yeah, Revenge of the Tequesta. Does anybody know how to pronounce that? Can somebody phonetically write that out? Because I keep on saying Tequesta because that's what I want to say. I think that's how you say it. But I almost want to say Tequesta as well, but I don't know. Oh, okay, so it is Tequesta. It's not Tequesta. Tequesta. Got it. Got it. It cost you. Ay, Dios mío. Tequesta. I don't know. I think it might be Tequesta. it just, I don't know, man. It doesn't fit, you know, like all of this music and these buildings and all this modernity, you know, and the sound, the smell of diesel and gas and the noise, and you know, this isn't really like a real quiet area, you know. It's yeah, Tequesta, got it. Just seems almost like if it's. I mean, look, if I was, uh, you know, a real spiritual person, you know, I would definitely say that there's something going on here. Confirmed by research. Final answer. Okay, well, it's Tequesta.
What is that part of something?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I believe that there was three. I think it was like three mounds. They used to call it the mounds before they called it the Miami Circle. They remember that they used to call it the Miami Mounds or the mounds by the river or something like that. And I think that this is one, and then that's kind of like the main one over there. And I'm not sure where the other one is. Maybe it was only two. Oh no, there's another. No, I don't know, actually. Well, no, I mean maybe, you know, I like I said, we're gonna research it. We're going to read a little bit more, you know, kind of get a little organized and start looking at dates and times and study these people, who they are. I know that one of them was somehow related to Peter Thiel, but I'm not exactly sure which one. I mean, I did like a cursory search today, you know, just out of curiosity. I was like, what, you know, like what's going on there? Um, so yeah, the one thing that really got me was that they broke ground, that nothing happened here at this site, right? Nothing. There was no tragedy at this site until they broke ground on that site across, and that's where they found the burial grounds, one of the richest archaeological sites, and that happened. They broke ground on that in February of 2023, and that's when all of this started happening over here. Nothing at all from 1998 during the construction phase, you know, during the opening, during the initial, you know, build out, groundbreak. Nothing happened from 1998 all the way until 2023. And then it seems like as of 2023, it's like one thing after another, after another, after another. It's almost like when you hear a call from Brickell, you know, you're like, oh, that's gonna be at the Icon for sure. You know, something else happened at the Icon. You know, how far out does the Indian land extend? Well, that's the other thing. They found another recently. This is like, I think in October of 2024, they found another burial ground, where that's the one that they uncovered the bones of a young child, and thousands and thousands of you know, artifacts that were like, you know, shards of pottery and copper and wood tools and whatever, and that they found at, what was it, 1809?
18 something, I think. Yeah.
I think it's 1809 Brickell. So what was their land? Obviously, it wasn't this little corner over here where the Icon is. It was more than likely this entire area, all along the shoreline, you know.
Biscayne, yeah.
You know, the Biscayne area, all along the shoreline. You know, you can imagine that they probably, you know, held a significant amount of land down here, you know. So yeah, so 1809 now is the other controversial area. You know, that's the one that they're trying to save now, you know, and that's where they're building, you know. It's funny because while we were kind of like discovering this whole thing, a call came in south, and we're looking at 1809 1809 brick on Google Maps. You know, like, oh look, call comes out on South. You know, and it's like a cop yelling. They're trying to get somebody, you know, under control. We thought we heard shots fired. Well, anyway, it was a big deal. A bunch of cops showed up, and it was at 1901 Brickell.
At a gym.
Was it a shootout?
At a gym, yeah.
I think it was a shootout. I thought I heard shots fired, but I can't 100% attest to that. Yeah, at the gym, the one at the gym, exactly. I don't know if that turned out to be that somebody was just like, you know, having a bad day, or if there was an actual crime, but somebody got detained, and, you know. But this is why we're looking at this. We're looking at 1809 Brickell, thinking about 444 Brickell, talking about the icon and everything that's happened to it. And then all of a sudden, a call comes out and it's 1901 Brickell, and we're like, whoa! Where are we going?
That way, right?
Yeah, you don't want to. I don't know. I guess there's nothing really that way. So yeah, just weird, you know, just odd. The perimeter is extending, yeah.
And the guy that killed a 17-year-old, didn't he jump off of this building?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, so this.
Isn't this the W?
Yes. So, is it?
Yeah.
So this building, I don't know if you can see it through that tree, but this building that's behind that tree there. Actually, let me go back this way. Hold on. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You know, it doesn't fit with it. What the area has turned into, it doesn't fit with what you'd expect the area to be in order to respect the dead, you know? Let me just go back over here real quick. So this building here, I believe, is the one that that the dude that unalived the 17-year-old. I think that this is the building that he jumped off of, but maybe it was a building under construction. I don't remember now.
When was this?
This was
Under construction. This one is being renovated.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then it was this one. So then it was definitely this building right here. Yeah. Yeah. So the third building in the complex.
People still live here, but they're renovating like the outside.
Right.
Balconies and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably gonna have to do some background removal and do some video.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the icon back there, and then this is the W, and then the one in the other corner is, I believe, it's 475, 485, and 495. Are those the three addresses? So that must be 7, 8, and 9 on the other side.
So they're showing W there.
Yeah, because it's just on the street. Like if it's facing Brickell, or maybe that's the W over there. I don't know, but I know for a fact that one in the front this entire complex, I think, is called the Icon Complex or something. And there's a church right next door. They're gonna develop the parking lot of this church, was in the back over there. They're gonna tear down the school.
There's a story about a pastor that saw a ghost of an Indian
There is?
in the, not the chapel, in the big part, in the
Oh,
sanctuary.
when is that when they were bringing it from? Is that? Do you guys know the history of this church? This is First Presbyterian Church, okay? And this is the main sanctuary, kind of like the side, but that's the main sanctuary right there, right? And then this building right here, it's all connected, by the way. It's, you know, it's like one big building. But that building right there, right? This building right here is the chapel. And that chapel was moved here brick by brick. That chapel was originally on Flagler, and it was built by Henry Flagler, right?
I'm not 100% sure about
All right, well, you guys got to check me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was built by Henry Flagler. It was on Flagler, and then they moved this chapel over here, brick by brick, and you know, piece by piece, they moved it over here. And then this has been the home to this place ever since then. And I want to say this is like circa 1912, or it's before the founding of the city. Anyway, a long time ago in any case. And there's a you were saying that there's a plaque in there, or something written about one of the pastors here, right?
No.
So what is it that you were saying?
There's a story that there's a pastor here
Uh-huh.
that saw in the big part of the building, in the what is that called? The sanctuary? No, not
The sanctuary, the main sanctuary.
The main.
The main church
Yeah.
sanctuary, yeah.
That he saw a ghost
Of
an Indian.
a Native American.
Of a Native American
Indian, a Tequesta Indian. So yeah. I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know.
And this was before the whole circle thing and this thing. And
Oh yeah. This was back this was back before
before this was built.
Oh yeah, before all of this was built, for sure. Before all of this was built. That story long precedes any breaking ground that they did here. All right, well, let's go back around. You want to walk back that way, or you want to walk that way? You want to walk towards the church?
No.
No? Let's see. No, I haven't even, honestly, I haven't even been looking at my phone. Are there any calls? Anybody that follows on Telegram? Are there any beep tones that we're missing over here talking about the Tequesta Indians? The Tequesta tribe? Oh, guys. Yeah, no alerts so far. Thank you. I mean, I haven't heard any, but then again, I haven't been paying attention, so. Last alert was at 11. Okay. That was central. But now that we're talking about it, yeah, exactly. Exactly. We'll see. We'll see if it's true. Anyway, I think we're gonna cut it here, guys. I think I got what I came for. I wanted some footage out here. No, not testing the fates. I really do want to study. I really do want to study this for a bit. You know, I want to kind of learn everything about it. I want to consume every detail of everything that's happened here. Every date, every time, all the people involved, what they found. You know, when they found it. I really want to take a deep dive on this. It'll take some time, but it's going to be fun, I think. It's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, here we are again on Brickell by the Icon Tower. And do we need to press a button somewhere? Yeah, there it is. Let me go get this button over here. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna call it here. I really want to thank you guys for tuning in. This was kind of like an impromptu thing for us. Like I said, we went out to get some coffee, and then we decided to take a ride and go live. And we were talking about this whole icon thing. So wait, should we go? I mean, it's kind of all right. Well, anyway, we're going. We're doing it. So yeah, it's kind of an impromptu thing for us. I want to thank you guys for tuning in as always. I really appreciate it. I'll get used to this as we go along. I think the stuff that we do will probably be a lot more fun every time that we come back. If you haven't already and you're new to the channel and you're listening now, go ahead and subscribe, click the notification bell, and smash that like button for sure. That really helps out the channel. It really makes it so that the algorithms like it, as I've said. But go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to share this content with anybody, please feel free to do so. You can follow us on Twitter at MiamiPDScanner.com, YouTube as well. And you can follow us on Telegram if you want to get all of the notifications, not just the curated ones or the rated ones. If you want to see everything that happens on every channel, Telegram is the place to do it. You can find the description to that in the or you can find the link to that in the description of the channel, as well as in the description of any one of the live feeds, except for these that we do on the road. But again, thank you very much, and as always, see you soon.